Hello, this is Gigi Datome and I'm here coming back home. I want to show you my apartment in Milan. So here is the living room and this is the main area where I spend most of my time. Going backwards, this is a selfie movie, this is nothing. I put all the objects that remind me something. They are kind of silly, but every single object has a meaning for me. This is my cousin who gave it to me before coming to Milano as a new gift for the new home. Here there is the MVP award of the Italian Cup that we won last February. And I took this in a little shop in Dublin. Also, it doesn't represent Dublin a lot, but it was a good memory. Going here, there is the battles. I would like to invite some friends, but it's not the best moment of our life to invite friends home. So I'm wishing and I'm hoping that soon I can invite all the people that I want to enjoy some good bottles of wine. Here's Alfredo. Alfredo in the lockdown period has been a great company for me. He's one of the silly things that I buy sometimes, and I see him, and I thought it was going to be very good fit in my living room. And here is a little reminding the beautiful years in Istanbul. This is the squad that won EuroLeague with all my former teammates. It's a very good present and remind me those great years. Here, as I said, there is the kitchen, and here are my books. Reading always has been a big passion for me. It allows me to travel with my mind, especially during the season that we don't have time to travel wherever we want. And I've always been a very curious guy that I like to know more. So really here you can find many topics, romance of course, history, Turkish book after the years that I spent in Istanbul. All the books from Patti Smith, who I love a lot, but this book is very special to me. It's Please Kill Me, and talks about basically of all those bands in the 70s. That is really my piece of cake about music, and basically are interviews on the singer, on the all the members of the band, what was the feeling of the musicians and why they were doing music. It's very interesting. It was a crazy world. There was so many incredible stories about it. Of course, there is also sport. And one of the best books I've ever read about sport is this, by James Kerr. The English version is Legacy. Nothing talks about the All Blacks, the rugby team, one of the most iconic team brand in all the world. And so many lessons of life and leadership. And one of the biggest lessons that I read in this book is that, I didn't know this, is after every match, the All Blacks, they make sure that they find the locker room clean as they found it when they got in the locker room. And being in a several basketball team, this never happens. The lesson is that you're never too important to do the humble stuff. And this is one of the few things that I remember. One of the most important things that I remember about this book. And this is the little corner where I study. Here I have my Zoom call. That's the angle, the corner where I pretend to be serious, and that's why there are also my glasses here. This is my only green part of my apartment. It's not in great shape, but I'm putting a lot of effort in giving the best life as you can have. Here, maybe you saw it before, there is this Christmas tree. I know it's awkward because it's end of March, but this is a little tradition that I had since I was living in Rome, so almost 10 years ago. I was living with my cousin, and one year we never took it out, the Christmas tree. He stayed until Easter, until June, and I don't know why. Also this is something that made me feel home. And the vinyls. Guitars, this is the music corner. Music always has been an important part of my life since I was a kid. My father is a big musician lover, he loves to play the piano, but for sure since I started playing a guitar in 2011, 10 years ago, and that time I started with the help of my teacher to appreciate music more, to get into music more. And I do it a lot with vinyls because I think vinyl, when you listen vinyls, is a totally different sound. This also is a big part of my home. Wherever I go, I need my vinyl to feel home. And if I have to choose, the only vinyl that I will bring with me in a desert island will be this, The Doors by The Doors. Is my favorite band. As I say, there are many. I'm not a collector. I try to look for high quality in the music that I listen. And so here we can start from the basic. So we have Nat King Cole and B.B. King, King of Blues. This is iconic album, Velvet Underground and Nico, with the cover by Andy Warhol. So we talk about Velvet Underground, we talk about Lou Reed, Iggy Pop. Television is not maybe one of the most famous band in the world for majority of the people, but like this album, Marky Moon, is one of my favorite ever. Patti Smith, of course, with Horses, Joy Division. This is also the London Calling by The Clash. This is an incredible album also. So if I have to recommend you some of these albums, for sure, London Calling, Marky Moon by Television, and The Velvet Underground and Nico. Okay, I show you my apartment in Milan, but actually, I'm from Sardinia, so that's my home, and that's where I spent my lockdown period when last year the season ended. It was kind of weird because usually I spend really few weeks per year, but I must say that I enjoyed a lot staying home and spending most of my time in Golfaranci, which is a small village on the northeast of Sardinia, where my family has an hotel. The hotel was closed, of course, so it was a kind of shining situation. But the weather was nice, and most important, I was able to stay close to my family. When the hotel was open, I could enjoy a lot the food of our hotel. In our hotel, the Hotel Gabbiano Azzurro, favorite food for sure is seaside food. La fregola is a typical Sardinian plate and is made also with shrimps and mussels and all the sort of tastes that make me feel home. We have many good dishes, and funny thing is that when I go home, I'm the only person in the family who is there to chill, enjoy the hotel, the seaside, the food. All the rest of the family is working like crazy. But I must say that they are very good also in cuddling me, because they know that that's my vacation, and I hope and I think they are happy that I spend part of my vacation staying home and enjoying home. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope also you could find some idea how to enjoy home a little bit more in this specific time. Take care and have a good one.